there's Hatton got on the board.
KN4 CUE. K4 JCP.
Hey, Mr. Joe. Manuel, did you get Charlie and Joe?
I did. I was still writing. I'm slow at writing, but I did get them. Thank you, sir. Hello, Joe and Charlie. KW4 TV.
Manuel Dennis is in here, Elba, and 4SYB.
I got it.
WA4 FUU.
We got you, Richard.
I think that was Skip.
WA4
You. Is anybody after him? I thought I heard. Try it again. There was some more in there with him.
That's Greg.
I got it, Greg.
Did you get Dennis up in your elbow, Manuel, and 4SYB?
Oh yeah, I got Dennis. Anybody else with a pile up on the free net?
WB4 KKJ.
We got you, Greg.
Got you written down, Greg. Thank you.
W9TAB with the WE4 AM roundtable net. Is there anybody wanting to check in early on the roundtable for the Eagle AM net?
Tom.
Hello, Sam. How you doing? You sound really good down here, down in Pensacola area.
Well, thank you, sir. You sounding mighty good up here in Dadeville, Alabama on Lake Martin, and I'm loving the weather today. This is just great weather.
Oh, man, it's absolutely beautiful. I spent a lot of time out in the weather today, and this weekend I spent a lot of time outside. And I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving this weather. In fact, tonight I might just go out there and sit out there a little bit and enjoy some of that fresh air.
I hear you. That sounds like a good way to do it. All right, while I got the microphone here, let me throw an idea out. This cool weather gives me a hankering to do projects and so forth, and I love to play with Johnson matchboxes. And if anybody look in your junk closet and see if you got an old Johnson 275 watt matchbox. I've learned how to make those things do really good, and they serve all of my purposes extremely well. So if anybody's got a 275 matchbox that they're not using, they want to get rid of it, I'll give it a good home. This is KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama. Over.
Roger that, Sam. You want us to keep an eye out over at you going to be at the Crestview Ham Fest?
If I can find a ride down there, I don't drive anymore, so I have to hitch a ride. You can't get a cab anymore, so I just do the best I can. But anyway, I'd love to go. And boy, I'll tell you what, I still look back fondly on that fish fry that John had in Pensacola. That was wonderful. And John's a great host. Not only that, he's a great technician with radios, and so that's a double reason to have something like that going on. And I remember there used to be some great mullet festivals, down there at the Florida Town Park in Pace, Florida, or out from Pace, Florida. So anyway, but I sure would love to see everybody before I have to go to that great ham fest in the sky.
Well, we'd love to see you too, Sam. We'd definitely like to. Hope you can get a ride down to Crestview. We'd like to put an eyeball on you and talk to you a little bit and spend some time with you. Yeah, I agree with you about John. John, I tell you what, he's a heck of a technician and a fine fella too. A lot of fun to be around too. He's got a lot of really good stories from the past,
He's a fine fella, no doubt about it. I tell you what, John and old Harold used to come up from down there, and they stopped by this place had biscuits that said the size of hubcaps. But anyway, I just love it. All right, this is KF4TXQ for ID. I'd love to have an idea, but you know how it is. This is KF4TXQ to whoever's running the show.
Sam, you louder than you ought to be. K4JCP.
Well, you are too, but that's all right. I tell you right now, it's just lovely. And I'm doing the same stuff. I'm running Little Hoss in my KISS 500 configuration, and I just love it. I built another one. I got two KISS 500s. The other one is built in a Johnson kilowatt matchbox case, and it works all right. But I tell you what, Little Hoss would get jealous if I started using something else. So anyway, I'm just rocking along.
You loud up here tonight, Joe. WA4KM.
That's the band, WA4KM with KF4TXQ, K4JCP. You better watch giving all them kisses there, Sam. You're going to make Little Hoss jealous.
That wouldn't do. When Little Hoss gets jealous, he starts spitting fire.
Yeah, he's got the ability to do that.
At 2,700 volts, you can break down the dielectric in a heartbeat.
Hello, Sam from Little Rock, WD5BZO. You're sounding good over here, man.
You are too, David. I hadn't heard you in a long time, man. Hey, when was the last time you got on that HT4? I always marvel at you having an HT4.
What was the AC for? What was that? Well, I think I've come to the conclusion that I'll never operate that thing, but it sure is good to look at. Over.
I understand that, but I tell you what, that's a hysterical piece of gear. I like to say hysterical instead of historical, but anyway, you know how it is. David, you're sounding good. WD5BZO, I believe is your call. Been so long since I said it, I can't be sure. Over.
Yeah, well, I remember your call, KF4TXQ. Sam, I can't forget you, Sam, from Alabama. No, sir. You're right there on the top of the list. Yeah, I'm running the Collins 20V2 this evening, so I'm just kind of giving it some airtime. Sam, go ahead.
Well, you're on a good one. I'll tell you right now, those are great machines, and everybody that's got one that runs it sounds good. I'll tell you that. So it's just lovely. David, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're in good health, and you're hanging out up there in Little Rock.
Net time, guys.
All right, I'm through.
Hey, David, KN4ME, you need to tell Sam about your new marital status.
Yeah, I was going to do that. Sam, today is my 30th day anniversary. 1 month. Been married 1 month today. So, got me a nice lady. In fact, Dr. John's met her. You know, that's who I married, Dr. John, the lady that come over there with me. So, Dr. John's one up on everybody. Yeah, we're doing all right. Right now, we're maintaining 2 households, so we're working on it. Sam, go ahead.
Roger that. Well, I tell you right now, that's good, and you made it 30 days, so I guess the warranty's worn out by now.
I don't know, but my wallet sure is over.
Let's stand by and get the net going, guys.
Roger, roger.
Is the frequency clear? This is the Eagle AM net operating on 3885 kilocycles in the AM mode. This is a directed net. Your net controller this evening is manual, and my call sign is KW4TV. I will be your net controller for the Eagle AM Club. This net begins taking check-ins. We start a pre about 6:30, and the check-in's about 7 Central Daylight Saving Time. The actual net will start about 7 most of the time when we don't get long-winded. We will now take about 30 seconds of quiet reflection period in the memory and appreciations for all essential personnel, silent keys, and anyone suffering from illness. Alrighty, guys, before we take regular check-ins, let's see if there are any QRP or mobiles around. Somebody relay that to me.
WB0JZG QRP.
This is WE4AM with the Eagle Net. We're going to go ahead and jump back up and start taking the roll. KM4ME, Dr. John, come on in, and you better stop eating that pork. Your blood pressure will keep going up. I know it's good, but slow down with the pork.
Okay, Manuel. WE4AM in the net, KN4 Mike Echo. I moved inside. I'm in the inside shack right now using the ICOM 7300, working it into the AL800H at right on legal limit, 375 carrier. And band, I think, is going to lengthen out. Probably we're going to start having better and better conditions. I expect we'll probably be moving the net up here before too long, because by the time we get through down to the end of the list, it might be getting kind of rough. But you're doing great, Manuel. Good to hear the activity, and nothing else going on here. Enjoyed the pre-net roundtable. That was good. WE4AM, KN4 Mike Echo, Killen, Alabama, listed.
Okay, Dr. John, always a pleasure on this end to hear from you. It's Dr. John. He's a good guy. I love to listen to him. I'll sit back and not talk and just let him do it all. He can do way better than I can do on it. But anyway, I don't know if I got this right or not, but I think you were talking to Steve. Was it N4LQ? Are you in here?
This N4LQ in Shelby, North Carolina. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Steve. Make a statement. We got the Eagle AM net going on, and I just checked you in.
Driving an AL1200 amp to about 350 watts carrier, and the antenna is a horizontal loop up about 100 feet. Having a good time here on AM tonight. It's good to be here. So go ahead and take it back there, Manuel, N4LQ.
N4LQ, you sound great down this way. It's got everything set up and sounding great, Steve. Just we got 3 of them, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. Just join us on all 3 nets. Okay, I'm going to go down and move with Steve and go down to W4JPL. Come on into the Eagle AM net. Earlier, he may have checked out. W4JPL, are you still around? JZG. What you got for us running at 55 watts? WE4AM.
And that would make
Okay, Kevin, you come in great. You picked up about halfway through your transmission and come in to where I could copy you 100%. And again, 55 watts, and you're doing great. Let's move on down to KF4TXQ, Red Diamond. I mean, Sam. Come on in, Sam. Tell us what you got going on.
Well, I'm just suffering along here in my poor health, enjoying it immensely. Yeah, that means I get to sit in this wheelchair at my operating position and work on AM radio. It's just wonderful. And I've already mentioned this once, but while I got the mic again, the cool weather has got me hankering for another project. I want a Johnson 275-watt matchbox project. And I love to play with them, and they're the heart of the station here. And I use them to interface my 7300 with my 813s, and that works out extremely well, but it also works out well to run my 7300 on the bands and so forth, and they're great tuners, they really are. And if y'all have never played with a 275-watt matchbox, you can make some mods on there and really put some fire in the wire. No two ways about it. They're overbuilt in terms of what they're designed to do, And but anyway, that's what I'm after. I'm hankering for a 275 watt matchbox. So if anybody's got one in the junk closet they want to get rid of, I'm your man. So back to you there, WE4AM. This is KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama. Over.
Okay, Sam, Channel 4TXQ. I wish that we all had a station that sounded as good as yours, so you always do a good job, my friend, and got a good radio voice. Unlike myself, I just have to do the best I can with what I got. But anyway, we'll break with Sam and go to Greg. He had a good signal earlier. I can't ever tell whether he's going to be in here or not, but most of the time he is. WA4III. Come on in, Greg. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM, this is WA4III. Well, had a good day today, and fiddled around in the shop a little bit, and this is, I guess, the first time in a long time that I've really felt like doing very much, but I got out and drove my tractor a little bit, and exercised it, and you've heard that song, Take a Ride, We Can Take a Ride on My Big Green Tractor? Well, I wrote my song. I'm taking a ride on my little red tractor. So, anyway, good to hear everybody. Everybody's sounding good. WE4AM, this is WA4III. Back to that.
All righty, Greg, you're sounding good down this way. We appreciate you checking in, as always, and be looking for you next time. We'll break with Greg, and we'll go over to Teak Ridge, Mississippi. K5HFG. Come on in, Don. Tell us what you got going on.
WE4AM, this is K5HFG. Good evening, Manuel, and everybody on the net. I've got absolutely nothing going on. I got into slow scan TV. I'm tinkering around with that, but that's about all I've been doing. Sitting here at the radio thinking of things to do. Glad I could make the net. Bunch of good signals. This time of day with the sun down is excellent. 73, everybody. We'll catch you next week. WE4AM, K5HFG.
All righty, Don. I've been waiting about a half a year to get these temperatures. I've been putting stuff off I wanted to do and get out there and do it. So it's here, and now I don't feel like doing it. I haven't felt good enough to do anything. So you can't ever put something off if you feel like doing it. I guess you better do it whether it's hot or cold. So there you go. We're going to break with him and move to a buddy of mine over in Opp, Alabama. I know everybody knows where Opp is. N4SYB. Richard, come on in. This is WE4AM, the Eagle Net.
WE4AM, N4SYB. Running about 400 dead carrier into Delta Loop. And, yeah, listen to Sam talking about A&P coffee. I thought about it, Sam. It's cold enough that we could get some syrup and hot buttered biscuits and soft syrup. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, Manuel, I'm going to be there, I guess I'll be, what time you want me at your house?
Probably 7:30 we need to be pulling out.
Okay, well, sure, I'll be there. And don't let me forget to get Larry's relay switch, his cable in there. He's having to go up to Jacksonville, Alabama to a wedding. Jill done talked him into that, so just be me and Sharon. Is Glenda going to be with you?
Yeah. I knew who wore the pants for Larry.
All right, Sharon, I'll tell Sharon Glenda's going to be with you, and we'll bring a couple of chairs, and they can sit down and talk while I amble around trying to find me a radio for the trunk. All right, see you Saturday, N4SYB.
Okay, Richard, looking forward to the Crestview Ham Fest this Saturday. Anybody that can come on here, come on down and be with us. We'll have a good time. We're going to break with Richard. This is WE4AM. We're going to go to another Richard. WFL. Come on in here with your big signal.
Okay, this is W4WFL, and don't have a whole lot for the net today, but I am looking forward to going to the Crestview Ham Fest. I've got to get a bunch of goodies so I can continue to tear up things, and been a little bit poorly lately, but felt better today with this weather. Sometimes I think maybe I take too much medicine. Maybe I just need maybe just a worm pill or something like that. Probably do the trick. Some of this other medicines cost too much. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to getting out in the cold or in the cooler weather and do some work outside and counting the days for the Ham Fest. So I'm going to try to do my best to get over that way about 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that. Anyway, that's all I got here, and I'll say 73s to the group, and I'll just sit here and listen to the comments. W4AM, this is W4WFL, West Pensacola.
All righty, Richard, thank you for checking in. I got to get a couple of things loaded up for you and Tom. That'd be my luck. I forget them if I don't go ahead and load them up. You know, that last minute deal, I'm liable to leave everything. But I'm going to go ahead and try to load them at least by Wednesday and have everything in there. And we're going to move on from Richard, and we're going to go down to Tom. Let's see, that's where I'm at. W9TAB and Wolf. Come on in, Tom.
4 a.m. W9TAB. Good evening there, Manuel. Thanks for doing that. Everybody sounding good here. It's been a busy day. Had a lot going on. Had to go to the dermatologist. Had some stitches pulled out. And then have got some more put in somewhere. Whittle on you, whittle on you a little bit over here, a little bit over there. I guess it keeps them in business, Whenever you get older, you got cut here, cut there, whatever. I'm 32V2 today. 5A4 receiver. Pulling the 75 meters and loving it. I'll tell you what, this weather is absolutely beautiful. A little bit of work around the ham shacks. Working out in the shop, working out in the garage. You know how it is. That's about all I got for you. Good to hear everybody. Well, Wolf, he's all crashed out with Mama tonight, so we're going to give him a break. W4AM, W9CAB. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, Tom, you're sounding great as always, and good to hear from you, and looking forward to seeing you Saturday. And tell Wolf we said hello, and hopefully we'll see you soon. We're going to break with him and move down to Dennis, another buddy of mine, W4KLE, kind of likes to eat. Come on in, Dennis.
W4AM, W4KLE here. Appreciate you picking me up there, Mr. Manuel. Been last week, first time I've been in here for a while. In fact, I thought we better get back in here again this week. Especially when you're driving this train. I don't have any project right now going. Trying to figure out what I want to start on for a new project. And I look forward to see you and Miss Glenda and Richard and Sharon. And hopefully our Kevin can and make it down there. I'd like to see him again down in Crestview. That's about it from my small part of the world here. W4AM, this is Micro Station W4KLE. Back to you.
Okay, W4KLE. Well, Dennis, you had to about burn all of them attaboy awards up. You got a few more tonight by checking in. But I was about to send a search party out after you, and we do appreciate you getting in here with us. Always good hearing from you. This is WE4AM, going to break with Dennis and move on down to my buddy Kevin. WA4KM, come on in and tell us what's going on, Kevin.
All right, good evening, Manuel. WE4AM, this is WA4KM in Villa Rica, West Georgia over here. Good evening to all. I hope everybody's doing good. Hopefully we can get down there to the Ham Fest. It's still kind of up in the air with well, these doctor visits and things and so on. But we enjoyed it. I went down there. I went down there to the Crestview Ham Fest, and I really did like it. Inside, it was weather. Don't matter if it's raining or sleeting, snowing, or whatever. It's a good little ham fest. I really had a good time there, and got some really good deals too. And I got to spend a little time with Manuel and Richard and Tom and let's see, Art came by, John Visa got Ronnie Bike, bunch of people came by and visited with them. So anyway, we're on the Kenwood 990 running the solid state 1306 amp, being lazy tonight, and the Palstar Auto Tuner. So actually, no, I ain't on Auto Tuner. I'm on the AT5 tuner tonight. Normally, I'm on the Auto Tuner because the radio will follow, or the amp will follow the radio, and so will the tuner. That's just getting plumb lazy, I guess, at my older age. Anywho, Manuel, thanks for calling that. The band's in fantastic shape. I mean, I'm hearing everybody just great. And Richard, it's so good to hear you on there. And hope you and Miss Sharon, like I said, are doing much better, or a little better, or at least if you're doing any better, better and better, huh? Alrighty, well, that's an old brother transmission. Back to you there, Manuel. Y'all keep Israel in your prayers. I tell you, it's a sad day. It really is. Of course, it's fulfilling the Bible each and every day, and I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but anyhow, getting closer and closer. He's coming. He's coming back. You can believe that. I'll bet my life on it. 73's from the City of Gold. This is WA4KM. Back to you, Manuel.
This is WA4AM. Kevin, before you run off, will you please tell I diddle hello, or he'll have a pokey lip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I diddle. Ain't no doubt about it. That's right. I had his Trump hat on, too, down there. Hello down there, Roy. I'm hoping to see you down there, too. I know you're going to have that red Trump hat on. Anyway, back to you, Manuel. WA4KM.
All right, Kevin, we're going to break with you and move on down to another friend of mine that tries to keep me straight when I listen to him. W4TP. John, this is WE4AM. Pick it up.
Helps turn the plate switch on. Man, I didn't give up. I'm about to go to sleep. W4TP, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody has fun at Crestview and sounding good tonight on the KW1. Doing a good job, Manuel, W4TP.
Okay, John, the KW1 is sounding great and good audio and good and loud. Appreciate you checking in. Everything you do for AM radio, which is a lot people don't know about, but you do. We're going to break with John and go down to Dan, W4CDJ. Dan, come on in and tell us what you got for the WE4AM Eagle Net.
Well, thank you, Manuel. WE4AM, the Eagle Net. W4CDJ, Dan in Lynchburg, Indiana. We're about 24 miles west of Cincinnati, Ohio. Up on the hills here above the Ohio River. 53 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and they're calling for a frost warning here around 4 a.m. So, it's that time of year. Good conditions here and everybody. A little tired and sore. Son and I managed to split about a quart of wood and get it stacked, and then we shoveled about 2 tons of sand around the edge of the porch and the driveway, and laid about 200 of them little 1-foot square concrete paving stones this weekend. So I'm retired, but I think the sun's been working me like a runner's mule. So I ain't complaining. It keeps me busy, gives me something to do. Well, the Ranger here tonight. What I got from you, don't have place to talk on it. It's kind of my favorite one. And we're nursing along a homebrew amplifier here, about 300 watts. So I hope you're hearing me okay there, Manuel. Got a good net tonight, and good signals, good conditions. Hearing a lot of folk. W4AM, W4CDJ, back to north.
Okay, Dan, you're sounding great on that Ranger. Good audio, sounds really good. That's a good night for AM radio. It sure is. And just keep it going. We hope to get better and better as the season changes and the weather changes up here a little bit. And hopefully I'll get more energy to do something. So far, no luck. Let's move on down to a friend of mine that helps me out a bunch. K4VZS, John. What you got for WE4 AM?
Of course, I listen on the road, Flex 1500, and I can't complain about anything. Spent half a day at different doctors today, so I think they're out of the way and I can enjoy radio for a while. But I got little projects running here. I got a power supply from a certain Johnson 500, and I got my own BC610 to change the plate relay out on, and you know, a few things like that, but we'll get it all done. Just takes a little longer, but enjoying the radio. And one of the life's little pleasures here for me, Manuel, is I'm sitting here and listening to the net, and I say, well, I worked on that radio, and I worked on that radio, and it's given me a lot of self-satisfaction over the years to do it. But anyway, you got a good net, and I appreciate you taking it. We'll be at Crestview, and what else have I got to say? Don up at Peak Ridge, you're down blasting in here tonight. So all is well in radio land. 75 is back. WE4AM, K4VZS, Pensacola.
Okay, John, I believe you have got the QRO back up and running, and it sounds really great. I believe it's a solid amplifier. Make somebody a good amplifier. I don't know, you may be going to keep it or let it go, but it sure is doing you a good job. I like the QRO. We're going to break with John and move on to another friend of mine down in Crestview, Florida, Pat. He's not on here a lot, but we always like to hear it. W4SSX. Pat, come on in.
W4AM, W4SSX. This is Pat in Crestview. Manuel, you're sounding good. Always do, and John, always sounding good from Pensacola. It's good to hear everybody tonight, and you're right, I don't get a chance to modulate much anymore, the way I have to work, and so it's just whenever I can. Anyway, tonight the transmitter's the Globe Scout, all of about 40 watts. I replaced the tube in it, and it came to life. Kind of like GTE. What is it? Good things come to life, or whatever the jingle was. But anyway, receiver's a Hammerland HQ 105TR. It just looks good next to the Globe Scout, and I have the Globe amplifier, but it's not operational at this time. I've got to do a little rearranging of the tubes. The tubes that came with it, they're just they're too expensive and they're too hard to come by, so I'm going to change them out to something else. But anyway, turn it back over to you. You got a long wheel, I'm sure. It's sounding good. 75 meters is still running. And 73s, everybody, and we'll hang around there. Turn it back to you.
Okay, Pat, you're sounding good up this way, really do, and it's always a pleasure to have you in here, and I know you need to tell them at work that where you're working at, tell them that's your part-time job. You're a full-time radio operator, so get it in priorities there and you'll be right. We're going to break with Pat and go to another friend of mine. Turn your radios down, Kevin. W4I diddle diddle. This is WE4AM. Come on in, Roy.
All right. Thank you, Manuel. My goodness. WE4AM. This is W4I diddle diddle. And that WE4AM stands for Wonderful Evening for AM, and man, I tell you, the band is great tonight, and the signals are great, and it's just a good night for AM. Ain't no doubt about it. Well, I'm just sitting here smoking my pipe and drinking black coffee and enjoying the net. I'm running Miss Daisy May this evening, a BMW 5100 B model, and the B stands for beautiful, and she's all that and more. An NC300 receiver, and a pair of 813s and a BMW amplifier. And John, you worked on all this stuff, so there you go. I hope you have a good night, brother. Well, let's see. That's about it for me, Manuel. I'm just enjoying myself and sitting here listening to all the good signals. I will close by saying this little statement, Manuel. I hope everybody out there in that radio land feels as good as I look. Back to you, Manuel. Great job. W4I diddle Pensacola.
Put me on the end of the list there, Manuel, please, sir. K4KHB.
I got you, Jimmy. Okay, Roy, thank you for checking in. It's always fun on this end to hear your line there, and you do a good job, and we always glad to hear you. Just make me laugh. So we'll break with Roy, and we'll move on down to Charlie, KN4CUE. Now, Charlie, you coming down this weekend? This is WE4AM.
WE4AM, this is KN4CUE. Doing an awesome job tonight, Manuel. Sounds good. You sound good. And I always kind of pick out somebody, I want whoever just sounds the best to me out of all the signals, and John won it, buddy. That Ranger is killing it. VZS, it sounds great. So congratulations on that. And yes, I think I am coming down. If Kevin doesn't come down, I probably will come down. But if Kevin comes, I may just send him if I can get that Matchbox through him. I might just do that. But if not, I'll be there to get that and see everybody. I'm looking forward. I want to come, even if I'm not getting anything, just to see everybody, because it puts the eyeballs on all the people. But anyway, today's been a great day. I cut some grass, did some weed eating and stuff, and hopefully that'll be the last time I cut the grass here in North Alabama. It's getting cool enough that maybe one more time. But anyway, doing a great job. Everybody's sounding good, and somebody said something about moving the thing. I'm for that too. Whatever y'all think too. But I think moving it up an hour or at least a half hour be good for everybody, and see what y'all think about that. But back to you, Manuel. WE4AM, this is KN4CUE.
Okay, Charlie, always good to hear from you, and I hope to see you the weekend. And I'll tell you and Kevin both, I've talked to the sheriff. He says y'all both can come into Walden County and Okaloosa County, and he won't run y'all out if you both come. So both of you come on down. All right, we're going to move on down to the master himself of all kind of ceremonies. Nick and Nick, K4JCP. Joe, pick it up. This is WE4AM.
WE4AM. And the group, K4JCP. Jack of all trades and master of none. I think that's where you're going with that. That's just about right. Well, we enjoyed a beautiful day today. It was 42 degrees this morning. It's about time, boy. Let me tell you, and they got up like to 73 or 74, and it's already down in the 60s again, down to 66 already. Oh man, loving this fall. Hopefully it's going to continue going. Big signals all the way around. And just for the record, we're on the little HT40 again. With quite a bit of boost from the SB220. I think we're hitting about 550 watts on peak. So That little HT40 is doing a good job, and like old Roy said, I'm feeling as good as he looks, or looking as good as he felt, or wish I felt as good as he looked, or something like that. I don't know, something or another in there. Good to hear everybody on this evening. And let's see, WE4AM. We are 4 AM, and Manuel, thank you for holding forth this booming in over here this afternoon. Everybody have a nice week out there. And 7-3s for now. Back to Nick.
Okay, Joe, you're doing a great job up here to the tallest mountain in Florida. I always do with good audio, and hope to see you at the Ham Fest also. Let's move on down from Joe. We'll break with Joe and go to Richard, WA4FUU. Richard, come on in and tell us, you coming to the Ham Fest? This is WE4AM.
WE4AM from WA4FUU. Manuel, you're doing a great job. And I know everybody is thankful that you're calling the net tonight. I'm no exception. Like I said, a fine job. I don't know if I'm going to go to the Ham Fest or not. I had thought about it, and then I didn't think about it, and I'm thinking about it again. So how's that? That's uncertainty at its best. But you sure sound good tonight. Everybody sounds good. Conditions are great. Love this cooler weather. That seems to be one of the common associations tonight is the cool weather, because it's nice. But anyway, hope if I do go, I'm going to try my best to see everybody, or not everybody, but most of you. And maybe some treasures are lurking there for all of us. Who knows? Anyway, as I said, a good job there, Manuel. WE4AM from WA4FUU, Richard in Pensacola.
Okay, Richard, we'll be hoping you make it, and we'll be looking for you, and we'll be there most of the time, so maybe we'll get to eyeball. Always good to talk with you. We'll break with Richard and move to Greg, another buddy of mine, WB4KKJ. Come on in, Greg, to WE4AM, the Eagle Net.
Good evening, Manuel, and everybody on the net. Man, you got a booming signal. Everybody's got good signals tonight, Manuel. Look forward to seeing everybody down at the Crestview Ham Fest. Always a good ham fest down there. So, but just running the ICOM 756 Pro 3 with a little bit of help from the L4B. And that's about it, man. You had a good day, enjoyed the cool weather, and I'm glad it's here. I tell you what, those summer this year was pretty hot. So, but turn it back over to you. Look forward to seeing you down at the Ham Fest. WE4AM, WB4KKJ.
Okay, Greg, you just booming in up here, 2030 over. Sounding great, my friend. We'll break with Greg and move on down to David, WB5BZO. David, what you got for the Eagle Net?
Well, this is WD5BZO. Goodwill and best wishes to all. All you guys sounded very good over here in Arkansas. I tell you, I believe we're going to have some fine radio conditions come this late fall and early winter, and probably through the winter. I think it's going to be very good. So I didn't get your name, but I know you WE4AM. I was listening and dozing off. I've been sitting here listening. I just enjoy, if I don't say a word, I just enjoy listening to all the good signals. So I appreciate you picking me up. Thank you very much. This is WD5BZO. Back over to you. Go ahead.
All righty, WD5BZO. Name here is Manuel, and it's I'm on the WE4AM Eagle Net, but my regular call is KW4TV. So there you go. Let's move on down here. Let's see who I got here. WB0JZG. Is that correct?
That is correct. WB0JZG. And we can see them and talking me very well, but they're pretty good. I can hear myself in the Birmingham note. I'm hearing people real well, even if I'm in static. It's 7 from the Fort Pierce, Florida, at my portable location. Normal location is in Lakeland, Florida, where I'm running the 4TX 250 transmitter now with 811 modulators. Here I'm just running the old IC 718 Bearcat. I've got an L4 added to wire for 116 volts. Check it out, get it working, bring it over here. And I'll use it to put the transmitter and maybe get myself a 150 watt carrier, which is a lot better than QRP. And then you'll probably copy me a whole bunch better. So, we got a good signal here in Rock Texas right now. WE0M, WB0JZG.
Okay, Kevin, got a good copy on you. You 20 to 30 over, sounding great up this way. Thank you again for checking in. Let's move on down the list here, break Kevin, and move down to Mr. Jimmy. Buddy of mine, I hope to see him this weekend. Good guy. K4, KHV. Jimmy, what you got for the WE4AM net?
Yeah, this is K4 KHV. Good evening, Daniel. And everybody got a pretty good signal over here tonight. We run a little bit late. We got there's 5 nets we check into on Monday nights, and we just kind of separate them around a little bit and put them in different orders. Don't always put them in the same order, but there's AM nets and FM nets and CW nets and just some of all of it. But John sounded good over here. I think he said he was running a Ranger there with an amplifier. It sounds really good over here, John. Manuel, you sounding good. And several others got some good signals in here. Always glad to be on the Eagle Net. Planning real serious about this Hamfest in Crestview. Got a ride over there, so we're going to try to show up over there. See what we can find. Bring home all them goodies. So back to County Manual. Thank you for calling the net. We'll probably see you this weekend. K4KHV.
Okay, Jimmy. I'm hoping to make it. Every time I say I will, sometimes I get a little sick and something happens. I don't get to make it. But my plans are now is to make it unless something changes. That was the last one on my list. We got anybody wishing to check in at this time a little later? This is W4AM.
WB4AM and 4QH while in Toccoa, Georgia. Just want to check in and say hello and check out. Over.
All right, I heard the one saying he was in Georgia, but I did not copy your call sign.
The call is N4QH. N4 Quebec Hotel while in Toccoa, Georgia. And just wanted to check in and out and say hey. Over.
Well, we're glad you dropped in on us, and always a pleasure. You're welcome anytime here. We'll treat you so many ways on this net. You'll like one of them before you leave. We got anybody else wishing to check into the WE4AM Eagle net at this time? All right, guys, I'm hearing nothing, so we're going to close her down. Okay, join the W4AMI and the W4GCM Club nets held each Tuesday and Thursday evening, respectively at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Saving Times on 3885, as well as the Warren Eli Memorial net at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, as presented by the Florida AM group on the Sunday morning. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one who participated tonight. This is the WE4AM net, now clear, returning the frequency back to regular AM use.